News 46 is brought to you in part by...
Join the Pahrump Nugget in May for week after week of fun drawings and giveaways prepared especially for you. Let's start with winning an ATV, being given away every Saturday night. Or perhaps you prefer a utility vehicle. Drawing held Monday, May 30th. Earn up to 10 times extra points every Tuesday and Thursday for these drawings with our mystery point multiplier. How's $150 in free slot play sound? 9 winners weekly. Start Mother's Day off with a beautiful Mother's Day brunch in our steakhouse. All this and so much more where the fun never stops for a Nugget Hotel and Casino.
News 46 is brought to you by... Southwest Medical Associates. Look for news about their latest healthcare center opening soon in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine. News 46 is also brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. News 46 is also brought to you by...
Senior Dimensions is a Medicare Advantage plan with 25 years of experience in Nevada. Visit seniordimensions.com today and find out more.
Tonight on News 46, another organization leader is arrested for embezzlement. A single vehicle accident injures a child, and a commissioner corrects a misunderstanding on their agenda. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46. With Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell and news across Nevada with Janet Eric. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, May 16th, 2011. I'm Rick Vale for News 46. Topping our news tonight, the president of the Pahrump Valley Horsemen's Association, Stephen Lee, has been placed under arrest by the Nye County Sheriff's Department under charges of embezzlement.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office has issued an official press release regarding Stephen Michael Lee, age 48, of Pahrump. In March of 2011, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies began to investigate an allegation of fraud involving Stephen Michael Lee, president of a local organization known as Pahrump Valley Horsemen's Association, or PVHA, after board members contacted the Nye County Sheriff's Office with several concerns, which included missing funds and Lee failing to properly register the PVHA as a nonprofit organization. Lee reportedly resigned his position after being confronted by PVHA board members. A subsequent investigation by Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives revealed that Lee made several unexplained and questionable transfers of PVHA funds into his own personal bank account during the term of his position as the PVHA president. While the total amount of allegedly embezzled funds was identified as relatively low, Lee failed to provide any explanations for his actions. He was arrested and booked at the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center on one felony charge of embezzlement with a bail amount of $5,000. The Pahrump Valley Horsemen's Association membership has since reportedly split up, with some former members now meeting under a new name, the Pahrump Valley Horsemen's and Livestock Association, or PVHLA, and has registered as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
We caught up with Stephen Lee prior to his arrest at the First Responders Trail Ride last week. It was the second annual event hosted by the Pahrump Valley Horsemen's Association.
Last year we did a trail ride in memory of Ian Deutsch, the deputy who was shot and killed in line of duty, and raised money for his family. This is kind of a continuance from that event. Instead of naming it right after Ian, we went ahead with First Responders Benefit Trail Ride, which entails all the first responders here in Pahrump, Nye County, our local area that support us. In the event that something, heaven forbid, does happen to a first responder here, the funds are available to help out the family, or as far as utility, food, or even sometimes a mortgage to help with the relieve some of the stress of the funeral, stuff like that. So
People don't realize what first responders go through and how much stress and how much of a toll this takes on their family.
Yes, it does. I mean, it's a shock. They all understand that they got into this profession, and there are risks to their profession, but nobody really thinks of when it happens, and it's actually a pretty devastating blow to the community and to the families.
Our trail ride started out at Lakeside?
Yes, we start off at Lakeside at 10 o'clock this morning, and we'll be ending up at the arena where we have raffles and stuff going on for little prizes. We've probably got about 30 or 40 local businesses that took part in donating things for the raffle. It was just really nice to have the community come together like that and give stuff away.
How many Horseman riders do we have?
I think we came out with 26. We had some that wanted to go out for a little bit further ride, and I think we're ending up with about 22, 23.
All right, Stephen. How can people donate to you all year long to help out?
Well, they can get a hold of one of our directors, and their phone number is 702-205-5437, and go that route with one of the directors of Pahrump Valley Horsemen's Association.
Have a great end of your ride.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Bye.
A juvenile sustained head and face injuries on Saturday when he avoided being hit by a vehicle on Linda Street.
A single vehicle accident on Saturday night around 8 p.m. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene along with Nye County Sheriff's deputies to find one juvenile male on the pavement on Linda Street near Black. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue checked out the juvenile on scene, who apparently stated that he had avoided a vehicle hitting him when he was riding his motorized scooter down the street, and his scooter went off into the bushes, and the juvenile hit his head on the pavement. He was not wearing a helmet at the time. He was transported with head injuries to Desert View Hospital. Nye County Sheriff's deputies did not find any vehicle on scene. If you have any information, you are urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Department at 751-7000. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Coming up, more with Nye County Tax Assessor Shirley Matson, and the May West Fest was a huge success. We'll have all this and more right after the break. Please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Look for news about their latest healthcare center opening soon in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine. News 46 is also brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
Welcome back to News 46. Dan Shinhofen spoke to us regarding what he says are some misconceptions on the commissioner's agenda.
Well, there's actually two items. The first is room tax money for Amargosa to set up so they can get room tax money. The second item is to change the definition of town so it'll be easier for us and for the town to have their ordinances enforced by the sheriff. Nothing could be further from the truth than the county is taking the town's money, and also that I sponsored the bill to take the town's money. That's totally untrue too. I sponsored to have the public hearing on this to make it easier for those items to be enforced. That's all it really is. Come out to the meeting and, listen.
Do you think that this is going to be pulled from the agenda, though?
It might be pulled because the DA, apparently I hear now today that he's not going to be in town, and we would like him there to answer all those questions, so that everybody feels comfortable with it. It'll probably, we'll see, but I'll probably motion to have it put off to the 21st. And again, that doesn't mean I'm sponsoring the item. I'm just setting a date and time for a public hearing. Public hearing is where everybody gets to be heard and have all their questions answered. And any questions you have, call me, call your commissioner. The rumor mill is great. A lie can make it around the world before the truth even has its boots on. It's an old saying, and that's kind of what's happened here. So everybody's upset. What I think they should really be concerned about is on Thursday at 7 p.m. at the town annex, the town will be hearing their budget. And part of their budget is raising our property taxes 50% to the cap. So its town annex might hold 50 people if you stack them on top of each other. I don't know why it's not held in the other room, but in, you know, the I, plenty of room there. But I'm going to go to that. I would like to see the justification for raising us to the cap, to the limit. That's what they've asked the state for. So we'll see what happens with that too.
And so we're urging people to go to this meeting on Thursday night so that you can give your opinion in this. And for more information, how can they should contact the town board members on this item?
Yeah, contact your town board member. Ask them what it is. Are they raising, you know, that's what the state has told us. That's what some of the backup shows, what little there is. Our budget will be heard on Monday. We're looking to cut or save $5 million. We're not raising taxes on anything. The town wants to raise to the limit our property tax.
Thank you so much.
And now we continue in our third and final part with Nye County Tax Assessor Shirley Matson and her attorney Nancy Lord.
You know, I would imagine that most people that she affiliates herself with never voted for me anyway. So I'm, you know, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of money spent. I certainly hope that what she is espousing to them that I did, you know, that she's really backing that up with facts, because, you know, there's going to be people that are around if they're doing these recalls, you know, that are bugged, that are waiting to hear what they say. And of course, you know, if she says something libelous or slanderous or what have you, I mean, correct me if I'm saying something wrong, I'm certainly going to take her to task, just like I am the PVT.
Right.
You know?
Well, a public official has a very, very tough standard. I'm sure you're familiar with the New York Times versus Sullivan standard, that it has to be knowingly false and with malice. Many of the statements made about Ms. Shirley Matson meet that standard. That this email, for instance, is knowingly false. Just looking at it with a 2-column header, anyone with rudimentary computer knowledge should know that it was false. And as far as the recall goes, they're going to have to get the whole county requirement of signatures. I don't know exactly how many that is, but even if they get them, they then have to run somebody against her. And with all this publicity and all the public support, I think Ms. Matson would be reaffirmed by a landslide.
Tell me, Shirley, on some of the emails, there's some kind of shocking statements that were made. The statement about Hispanic women being like locusts. Are you denying that completely, or are you saying that that's part of your freedom of speech?
Well, if I wrote something similar to that, it would be my freedom of speech, certainly.
And if you would like to see the full version of this interview, please visit our website at KPVM.TV. The first annual May West Fest at the Pahrump Nugget was lots of fun. We caught up with the organizer, Marna Kraus.
Today the weather's not cooperating so much, the wind's pretty bad, but most of our vendors left. But I have to tell you, we had a great line of vendors here, a lot of high quality items, so I hope they come back. The poker run wasn't quite what we were expecting, but everybody had a good time, and we had a good time yesterday. Lots of kids activities, and the kids had a blast. Today, I'm not sure how many cars and bikes we have. We have several. We're still, you know, in the middle of the show, and we haven't had time to tally stuff up. But I'd say there's probably close to 60, maybe 70 cars. So everybody's having a good time. We've got over 100 raffle tickets, which they're in the middle of giving some of those out now. So it's a Pahrump Fair and Festival, which, as you know, is our fall festival, so to speak, is September 29th to October 2nd. And this is a different event that they're putting on to try to raise money to go to our fairground building fund, so that when and if we get the fairgrounds approved and a spot for it and everything, we will have a few dollars to get it going.
Wonderful. And if people want to donate to that, can they?
Oh, sure, we'll take donations. You know, we have a website, which is pretty simple. It's PahrumpFairandFestival.com, and it's all spelled out. You can go to the website, you can get all the contact information, you can get information about the fair coming up, and you can give us a call or email us, and we'll be glad to accept donations. Yes, we're looking for sponsors for different events for the fair. Be glad to advertise for them, and please give us a call and help us out.
Thanks so much.
The Miss Senior Golden Years pageant will be held at the Saddle West on June 4th, and we take a moment to meet our fourth contestant in the pageant, Vicki Gladsjoe.
Hi, I'm Vicki Gladsjoe. I'm running for Miss Senior Golden Years. My platform is to build a greater knowledge of the Nathan Adelson Hospice Program here in Pahrump. I also serve on the steering committee to build the Hospice Care Center. Our goal is to raise $1.3 million so that we can have this project completed. I know that through the generosity of our community, that goal will be reached. I have lived here for 6 years. I'm a member of the Silver Tappers, a great organization, a good sisterhood, and I enjoy doing other types of volunteer work that will help my community. I certainly hope that you can come and join us on June 4th, 7 o'clock, Saddle West.
Folks, we've seen a weekend of breezy winds and cooler temperatures. And the good news is the cooler temperatures seem to be sticking around for the next couple days. Don't go anywhere. We'll have your 7-day forecast right after this break.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairyycouncil.org.
Hey everyone, welcome back to News 46. I'm Rick Vale with your weather. We had a high 68 degrees today, partly cloudy out there. Winds out of the south-southwest at about 9 miles per hour with gusts up to 26 miles per hour. Our pressure dropping on the barometer, 29.96. UV index is 8, very high. Hope you were wearing a hat or something out there. Sunrise at 5:37 a.m. and our record high was 107 degrees back in 1937. Looking at tonight, it's going to be partly cloudy yet again, a low of 55 degrees. Winds out of the south-southwest at 12 miles per hour with gusts up to 36 miles per hour this evening. So if you're driving around, make sure you're careful. Winds like that can blow a high-profile vehicle right off the road. Sunset will be at 7:43 p.m. and our record was 43 degrees back in 1953. Looking at tomorrow, partly cloudy skies for us yet again, a high 74 and a low 54. Winds out of the south-southwest at about 18 miles per hour with gusts upwards of 38 miles per hour expected tomorrow. Our UV index is 8, which is very high, so of course, make sure you're wearing sunscreen. Sunrise is at 5:36 a.m. Now, our 7-day forecast tomorrow, 20% chance of rain. I should have mentioned that earlier. With still 38 mile per hour gusts. Wednesday, still a 20% chance of rain, gusts up to 29 miles per hour, the high 73 and a low 50. Thursday, you're looking at 22 mile per hour gusts with a high 74 and a low 52. Friday, heading into next weekend, 79 for the high, with gusts looking at 31 mile per hour with a low 55. Next weekend's looking pretty warm, 81 degrees for the high, 53 for the low, with gusts up to 44 miles per hour. Sunday, 40 mile per hour winds expected, a high of 79, a low 52. Finishing off our 7-day forecast, gusts up to 28 miles per hour on Monday with a high of 84 and a low 61. And our worst weather in the nation today was Boardman, Ohio for cool and showers. All right, folks, the Bureau of Land Management is offering public tours of its facility in Fallon on Friday, June 3rd and Friday, July 15th from 11 to 2 p.m. The public can sign up to attend and get driving directions to the facility by calling the Bureau of Land Management at 775-475-2222. We want to congratulate Teachers of the Year for Pahrump Valley High School's Crystal Dabrowski, Rosemary Clark Middle School's Jackie Peterson, Hafen Elementary School's Deborah Oakey, J.G. Johnson's Joan Mercadante, hope I pronounced that correctly, Mance Elementary's Pamela Larmouth, Mount Charleston's Heather Freeman, Floyd Elementary's Lori Odegaard, and Community Christian Academy's Beth Sorrell. The public is invited to the 12th Annual Stand for Children Day Teacher of the Year celebration. It is held this Saturday, May 21st at 11:30 a.m. at Rosemary Clark Middle School. Tickets are $10 each. For more information, call the Nye Communities Coalition at 727-9970. Anyone interested in the arts, this Saturday, May 21st at 10 a.m. is the annual General Pahrump Arts Council meeting, which will be held at the United Methodist Church on Highway 372, Pahrump Valley Boulevard. For more information about this, you can call 751-6776. And that does it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale, and from everyone up here on the hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening. We'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.